we're back again. What's going on with my eye? We're not even going to talk about the hair today. It's doing its thing. It's the day after washing and it's a bit wild, so we're just going to deal with it, okay? Thank you. Also, don't mind me. I'm in my little fancy shirt today. Thought I'd dress up for ya. You know, why have I gone in the accent? Put on my best, my Saturday best. So we're back today, as promised, with another installment of the ACOTAR Journey. So we've finally finished the third book, which we finished in the vlog I posted a couple of days ago. So go check that out, you. I've read the first two books and I've loved them very much. Now we're going to talk about the third one. So this is A Court of Wings and Ruin. This video is just an overview, review, updating on the journey. Once we finish the whole series, we'll go in depth about each book. So for now, this is going to be a spoiler-free video. So if you haven't read it yet, you can get a taste of how I felt about the book. And if I do go on to mention anything, I will make sure I warn beforehand. Without further ado, let's get into it. I feel like you already know what I would have rated this book. It was a 5-star for me. At the end, I will go back and I'll talk about all of my initial ratings and then how I kind of rate them at the end, because I think sometimes you have the wool pulled over your eyes when you first finish a book and sometimes you don't reflect compared to the rest of the series, etc. So at the end, we will compare whether my initial thoughts are the same as at the end. For now, I am very much enjoying these books. So 5 stars, of course, is the highest rated book I've given so far, which is 9.5 out of 10. It was pretty much perfect. In my opinion, I enjoyed all elements of it. The action, the fantasy, the romance, everything was great. We had some redemption arcs flying left, right and center. It was phenomenal. We got all the characters involved and I really appreciate that. So thank you, Sarah J. Maas. So I gave this one a 2.5 on the spiceometer. It wasn't particularly spicy. There was a few bits sprinkled in and out, but it was nothing compared to the second one. I felt the second one was a bit more intense. So there was still some spice, but it wasn't super spicy. If asked, would I recommend this book? Obviously, 1000%. I'm enjoying this series very much and would recommend it to anybody at the moment. It's a great introduction into fantasy, but it also has some really nice romance in there. You've got action as well, so I feel like there's a bit of something for everyone. So this was my favorite book throughout the whole series. It was just next level for me, and I really like the plot with Heyyyyyy. So that's another kingdom. No spoilers, you'll get there, but I'm really liking the plot with that. There was quite a few things in this book that I actually didn't see coming. There were a few that I was maybe suspicious would happen, especially within the redemption segment. I feel like they weren't massive twists, but there were definitely some good twists in there that I was like, ooh, okay, I see you. So I really did appreciate that. I love it when a book surprises me. That sounds a bit pretentious maybe, but I am a very big overthinker. More often than not, I will guess the end of a book or a film before my friends will, because my brain is going 100 miles an hour exploring all the possibilities from the absolute best to the absolute worst. So it's quite nice when a book does surprise me like that. Big mega thumbs up. I kind of liked in these books, you feel like nothing is ever easy, so even when things go right, there's other things going wrong and it's a consistent tug of war, I guess. My literal heart was beating the entire time, especially through a lot of the action scenes. It really did well to create the atmosphere, create the vibe. I'm really excited to see where it will go next, because if you've read this book, you'll know, but it kind of finishes in a certain place and I'm interested to see how the final book is going to bring it all together. Obviously, we have I think it's a novella in between, which I'm really excited for, because hopefully that will be a little bit of respite from the action. But I am gonna do a little challenge next week where I'm gonna try and read that novella in one day, because I think it's only 200 pages or so, maybe closer to 300, but I think we could do that. So I'm gonna try and read that all in one day, come back for that. I'm intrigued to see where the plot's gonna go in the final book of the series. I am nervous. And there were 2 reasons why this book lost 0.5 of its ultimate 10. One of them is because there were a few side characters that I felt maybe their plot came to an end a bit too soon, in terms of I thought there would be a bigger thing going on with that. So I was a little bit disappointed. I thought, this is quite cryptic if you haven't read it. It's not really a spoiler. I feel like you know what I'm talking about if you've read this book. I don't know, there's just certain characters that I just thought could have had a bit more. And also I just think there could have been a few more descriptions in certain places. I felt like sometimes I was kind of wondering what certain areas would feel like or look like. I think that's maybe because when a book's so great, you do look for those little things that maybe didn't make it perfect, which you shouldn't do. But I feel like on reflection, I would have liked a little bit more description. But that being said, it was a fantastic book. Still got the 9.5, absolutely smashing it. 5 stars. Just 5-star read after 5-star read at the moment, isn't it? Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's just a very, very brief review of my thoughts, updating you all on my ACOTAR Thorn and Roses journey. So we're officially over the halfway point because we have finished the 3rd book. So that is absolutely crazy, absolutely wild. Like I said before, once I finish this whole series, I will come back and do an in-depth review of each book and the series as a whole. Stay tuned for that. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. As always, until tomorrow, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!